You are listening to news titled Nagri insults Romi Konkani by Rajan Narayan. The All India Devnagari Konkani Parishad insulted Romi Konkani again at the conclave held at the Ravindra Bhavan in Margao recently. Very cleverly, the Nagri fanatics used their token Catholic supporter Mausino Athaid to launch the attack on Romi Konkani. Athaid, who is the only Catholic who supported Nagri Konkani, was in fact elected as the president of the All Goa Devnagari Konkani Parishad. Mausino Athai ruled out any changes in the Official Language Act to give Romi Konkani equal status. On the contrary, Athai dubbed Romi Konkani along with Konkani in the Kannada and Malayalam scripts. Athai showed his attitude toward Romi Konkani by suggesting a translation cell to translate to enable people using Konkani in the Romi script to switch to Nagri. Athai even proposed treasures which provide equivalent to Devanagari equivalents for words in Romi script. Never mind that far more people in Goa and in all parts of the world write in Romi Konkani and not in Devanagari Konkani. Nagari Konkani is written only by very few small section of the Hindus in Goa. This is because the majority of Hindu Goans still used Marathi to read and write. It is only a few Saraswat writers who use their power to strike a deal with the Marathi lobby to marginalize Romi Konkani. In retrospect, I believe that as the editor of O Heraldo at that time, I should have rejected the Official Language Act which granted only Konkani in the Devanagari script the status of the official language of Goa. The Official Language Act 1987 was a conspiracy between a handful of influential Devanagari Konkani fanatics and the Marathi lobby which was very powerful at that time. Ramakant Khalap, the MGP leader, has admitted that he succeeded in his objective of securing equal official language status for Marathi. It may be recalled that in the 1987 Official Language Bill stipulated that Marathi would enjoy equal official language status with Konkani. This was clear from the wording of the Official Language Bill, which declared that Marathi shall be used for any and every official purpose. Government betrayal. The Nagri Konkani gang is aware that the Official Language Bill was never implemented in the right spirit by successive governments in Goa. Every time Konkani was notified for the use of any official purpose, simultaneously Marathi was also allowed to be used for the same purpose. When Nagri Konkani was used for sending out invitations for official functions, the Marathi lobby insisted on Marathi also being used. Goa is probably the only state where invitations for official functions are issued in English, Marathi, and Nagri Konkani. Even now, the invitations for the functions held at Raj Bhavan on Independence and Liberation Days are issued primarily in English along with Nagri and Marathi versions. The worst form of discrimination against the Catholic population of Goa is the knowledge of Konkani only in Nagari script is compulsory for government jobs in Goa. This automatically shuts the door for government jobs for those who write in Romi Konkani. It has been well established that Konkani has been written in the Romi Kannada and Malayalam scripts for more than at least 300 years. The first books in Konkani were by Father Thomas Stephens, who even brought out a Bible in Romi Konkani in the 16th century. There were half a dozen newspapers and magazines in Romi Konkani, including Uzwad and Vangareche Ishist, a publication which is still brought out by the Pilar Society. Romi Konkani has always been the medium for the theatre, which is the most popular theatre form in Goa. It was Konkani theatre which kept Konkani Mai, the language, alive in the face of attempts by the Portuguese regime to suppress it. Unlike the theatre, the Marathi Natak does not have many fans in Goa. In any case, the Nagari Konkani fanatics do not support Natak. There are no Natak in the Nagari Konkani script. The Nagari Konkani fanatics have miserably failed in coming out of Ganesh Aarti in Nagari Konkani. The prayers offered during Chaturthi are still in Marathi. Major setback. Writers in Romi Konkani received major setbacks when only Devanagari Konkani was recognized by the Sahitya Academy for its literary awards. Books in Romi Konkani or in Kannada Konkani or Malayalam Konkani had to be translated into Nagari or English to be considered for the Sahitya Kala Academy Awards. The result has been that no Romi Konkani author has received Sahitya Kala Academy Award for books written in Romi Konkani. The limitations of Nagari Konkani were exposed by the fact that even famous writers like Damodar Mauzo had to get their books translated into English to reach a wider audience. If Damodar Mauzo is the best known Konkani writer, it is not because he writes in Nagari but because he has been extensively translated in English. Even after 37 years since the passing of the Official Language Act, Nagri Konkani has not been able to find acceptance among the younger generations. There are now more Marathi medium schools than Konkani medium schools. Parents are not interested in putting their children in Konkani medium primary schools because of the limited scope of Nagari Konkani. It is because parents were not interested in putting their children in diocesan schools, which were forced to switch to the Nagari medium, that Catholic schools had to revert to English. The forced adoption of Nagari Konkani has affected the growth of spoken Konkani as the universal language. Significantly, Ganesh Devi, who was the chief guest at the inauguration of the Devnagari Konkani Bhasha Parishad, did not mention the Nagari script in his speech. Famous linguist Devi, who is a famous linguist, only spoke of how the Konkani language had the capacity to absorb other cultures and grow as a powerful medium of expression. Not being able to find any minority community delegates, the Nagari fanatics imported a group of Catholics from the Hassan district of Karnataka. The 300 strong Catholic Konkani community, who had sent a delegation to the Devnagari Konkani Parishad, was led by Catholic Pradeep D'Souza, who incidentally disclosed that in Karnataka, Govans used the Kannadiga script to write Konkani. The All India Konkani Bhasha Parishad was in fact a Goan Nagari fanatic Parishad. It is high time the minority community demanded that all the Catholic MLAs should demand an amendment to the official language to give equal status to Romi Konkani. The source of this news can be found at www.goanobserver.in /2024/11/01/Nagri insults Romi Konkani.